Uh-huh. Mhm. At a hearing on June 6th of 2018, the matter was set over until July 6th to arrange proceedings pursuant, so on and so forth. Mhm. Now, I'm the individual that you're wanting to put into a mental facility and administer. It's actually psychotropic, Brett. It's not antipsychotic. Now, I'd just like to know, is the state realizing exactly? Do you realize exactly? Now, when I talked to Jack a couple days ago, I think it was on a Wednesday or maybe a Tuesday at 20 minutes to 5. Yes. He said, no, we're going to cancel it. We're going to reschedule it, and we're going to get a transcription of the actual results from our side, the 344 questions. Yes. And I look online the last couple of days, and there's nothing there. Pooh. Now, what did happen during that? Because I wasn't there. See, I'm the individual that's never any place where anything happens. I wasn't at the house when you decided to repair the locks. Yes, but I wasn't there when you decided to break them. I wasn't there when you said I was in Sequim, Washington. Right. But you wouldn't admit the evidence. You remember that New Year's Eve of 2015? I actually think it was a false arrest because I could have told you every place I was at 4 days after New Year's Eve. And then there's the 47th birthday of my wife. Yes. What did she get for her birthday? She got a big present, did she? Now, I haven't been able to get anybody to actually communicate. So why don't we go through it again? Okay, Phyllis Pooch. Recommended concerning evaluation by a DMHP? Yes. Then there's the designated crisis responder. If the defendant is not ordered into competency restoration treatment, I would recommend evaluation by the DMHP. Yeah. Due to his persistence that he has been wronged and his efforts to have contact with his sons. Do you have any idea 14-day rule number one? Yes. Do you still believe, Carol? Yes. That I have been wronged in my efforts to have contact with my sons. Now, we did learn quite a bit that DV manual about imminent risk of danger to himself because of the desperation. That is not the actual psychological profile of a domestic abuser. Now, you either are or you are not a child abuser and a domestic violence abuser. True. Now, if you're not, you're not. Okay. So, I was wanting to sue you for that, and I just wonder when am I going to get to use the court system? When are you going to investigate crime? And then when are you going to actually hold accountable those that did not read the 2015 domestic violence the manual, all 832 pages of it? Now, I've only gotten to like page 250, 300. Yes. And I used to spend like an hour and a half. I'd make these little recordings. Yes. If you go to I know I opened a new file. I misspelled the word trespassing. Pooch. But exactly how many different ways are you trespassing on my rights right now? How many different ways have you been trespassing on my rights and the rights of my family? Oh. Now, I don't have a place to go to because the renter hasn't called me, and I decided since it's Friday, and a lot of times if you're in rehabilitation, let's say you had a heart attack. Yes. I don't think that he went in there and decided to fix the doors himself, though he could have. I was talking to a guy last night at the AM/PM about 2:33 a.m. Yes, and I said, well, he could have found out about it and decided to fix it himself. Then he keeled over dead, and the ambulance took him away. Yes, and the ambulance drivers locked the door to the house. Now, I've got a feeling that somebody does actually know exactly what is really going on. Because when I went there and I dropped off my laundry because I'd done some pruning yesterday, yes, both doors were broken. Yes, I'd opened the windows. Yes, I put my backpack back in the room where I was sleeping at. Yes, I put the mail back on the wood stove. Yes, I left the side that had the note, get the fuck out, the police are watching. Yes, you did. And I was sitting there and I glanced over and it said confidential. Papa! Now I know I didn't go through his mail. I didn't actually open anything that wasn't open. Yeah, that would be some sort of crime. Yes. See, well. Are we going to get back to the recordings every night where I decide I'm going to put them on my drive before or after the videos tomorrow? Or are we going to actually find out who it is that does know what's really going on? I know I'm way up in the air, right? I'm one of these where he can be homeless again tonight. Now somebody says, well, you have a place to sleep, but I actually don't. See, unless I make a phone call, yes. I'm one of these kind of dickhead types of fathers that would spend another 24 hours. As I had mentioned to a friend of mine, and gender isn't specific. Yes, no, she's a very attractive woman. That uh, I'll call you after I know what the fuck is going on.